welcome to you. My name's Dale and this is DaylesAddiction. Yes, I am wearing the same outfit as I was in my last video, and you know, I could have changed my top and my hair and pretended that I wasn't filming on the same day, but I am, because I'm a busy girl and I've got to get some work done. So look, thank you for appreciating that and indulging me and saving me some laundry. This video is an interesting one, and it's based off some comments that I got from the recent video that I did, which was the 30 luxury bags that I will not be buying and why. And I was challenged in the comments on that one about some of the things or some of the reasons that I said I didn't want to buy certain bags, yet they seem to have very similar characteristics to bags that I have in my collection. And I guess it kind of highlighted for me something that we all know on this channel, is that I have a Fendi bias. And so I kind of wanted to explain or unpack my Fendi bias for a couple of bags that you guys believe are kind of similar, and I have to agree they are, to some other bags that I really don't like, and I haven't been quiet about saying that. So the first one that I wanted to share with you is my Fendi Peekaboo Icu in the small size. Now this beautiful violetta or lilac colour bag just stole my heart, and I scoured the world, and thanks to you guys and particularly Sarah over in the UK, I was able to get this bag. Now somebody said, it's interesting that you don't like the Birkin or the Kelly and you think that they're dated because of their trapezoidal shape, yet wouldn't you say that the Peekaboo kind of looks like that? And I'm like, oh, how dare you say that about my Peekaboo? And then I looked at it, and you know, like, you would have to be very ignorant to say that there are not similarities between this bag and the Hermes Kelly. So much so that my good friend Connor actually did a video about it, and I'll pop the thumbnail up here, so please go and have a look at his findings. And he has seen plenty of both bags because for his consignment business, Conrad's Closet, he has these bags come in on a fairly regular basis. Probably not the Peekaboo as much, but he obviously sees mine quite a bit. So yes, they have a similar trapezoidal shape, but the closure mechanism is quite different in the fact that it's not a flap closure. This one simply just pops in and it has a turn lock. It's very easy. This is what I mean about the evolution of bags. So for that reason, I think the Peekaboo, I agree with Connor, it's better because it's an easier opening. You can open it and close it very easily compared to the Kelly bag. Now, is that a bias or is that fact? I think it's fact because Isabel from Isabel's Style, and I will put her thumbnail and her video in the description box below, recently did a kind of, you know, a grabby video about 10 reasons why you shouldn't buy an Hermes Kelly, and her made to order or special order or whatever the terminology is a Kelly, and she shared some of the frustrations that she has with the bag. Now, let's just be serious here for a minute. We all buy things that are frustrating because we like them, because they're beautiful. So I'm not for 1 minute saying that just because they're frustrating doesn't mean that's a reason not to buy them. They're luxury, they're not useful necessarily, they're not practical, and they, you know, they're just beautiful things that we love. That's all we need to say. So this bag definitely has a better closure. It does look similar because it has the top handle, although you can see that the structure of it is very, very different. Now, the other thing that the Peekaboo has that the Kelly doesn't have is an adjustable strap. The adjustable strap. It is not a big deal to have an adjustable strap, but apparently for Hermes, that's too much of a push to update their classic style to be more functional for today's woman, not the woman, Grace Kelly, who the bag was originally named after. I mean, we're talking, what was that, in the 70s was it, that the Kelly bag was named after Grace Kelly, I think? I mean, the Birkin bag was around the 70s as well. Maybe they were a little bit earlier. But, you know, a lot's changed in our life since then, and that's what I love about Fendi and the Peekaboo. It's a modern classic, 2009. Maybe it was inspired by the shape of the Kelly. Maybe it wasn't. Sylvia hasn't disclosed that from Fendi. However, you have to say that this bag's been made for the modern woman the woman of today who needs the option of hands-free, who needs to be able to get in and out of her bag without it taking 10 minutes and upsetting everyone in the grocery store. And an adjustable strap so that anyone can wear it, regardless of your size, shape, or bag drop, strap drop preference. So do I have a bias for Fendi, or is Fendi just the superior style of bag in this category? I think the latter is true. So then you've got the Chanel Classic Flap, and some of the things I said about the Chanel Classic Flap were mainly about strap drop, were also about the capacity that they fit and the different sizes and how they're just difficult bags generally and expensive. I look in my collection and there's a flat bag that I have a bias towards, and it's the Fendi Baguette. It's a flat bag, and yes, it has an annoying strap drop. It is not an adjustable strap. So the Baguette has a strap drop that I'll put it on and show you just for shiz and giggles. But you know, this is a real complaint about the regular size Baguette for many of us. So I've put that on the top D-ring because this bag has 2 D-rings. Normally you would put the top handle on this top one and this strap on the bottom one. But I'm going to try and see if I can get just a little bit more leverage out of this strap length by putting it on the top. And then showing you where the bag fits me crossbody. So that's where it fits me crossbody. I don't think that is a particularly, you know, what do you call that? It's not, it doesn't look good, does it? Do you think it does? I don't think it does. It doesn't look great. So the strap drop on these bags is something that I'll happily say, yes, it is equally annoying as the Chanel strap drop. But these straps are detachable and the Chanel ones aren't. You also have the option of top handle only with these bags, which you do not with Chanel. Now, this is another problem with the new style Baguette, in the fact that it is literally a top handle. Ain't nobody getting their arm in there and walking around like that. Like, that's not a vibe. Is that a vibe? If you think that's a vibe, please let me know in the comments and, you know, give me the confidence to be walking around keeping my physical distance from everybody COVID style. So, you know, what's the point of that then? You have these 2 straps, but you can't adjust them. You can detach them, but you can carry it by top handle, or you can pop this one and wear it on the shoulder. If you're a smaller person, you could wear it crossbody, but it still sits at a funny spot. So then Fendi rope you into buying other straps. But at least you have that option with Fendi. You don't have that option with Chanel. You've got to send it off to the leather surgeons, a third party, to get your strap extended, like I mentioned in that video. Also, I'm happy to do that for a bag that is under $5,000. I'm not happy to do that for a bag that's currently retailing for $14,000 Australian. That's just crazy. So yes, I am biased toward the Fendi Baguette over the Chanel Classic Flap. I do have a jumbo. See? And I have previously owned Chanel Classic Flaps in the medium and the small sizes and the reissue, and I stand by the Baguette every single day just because it's cheaper, it's more fun, it's more versatile, it's more customizable. It's more me. So it was definitely my Fendi bias that made me buy this over the Dior book tote, and this is probably one of the most obvious ones that, you know, I continuously said when this bag was first launched that I won't buy it, I have no use for it, it is not useful at all, where am I going to store it? And then I found it for the right price and I bought it. And I bought it because it's a Fendi raffia straw sunshine shopper tote and not a Dior book tote, and that's because I'm a Fendi gal. Now this one tends to ruffle a few feathers, and it is the Chanel Coco handle and the Chanel Trendy. And again, you know, I've said they're very kind of dated looking bags. They're very mature. They're very dusty looking. And in one of the comments it was mentioned, well, you know, again, the shape is very similar to the Peekaboo, the top handle, the trapezoidal shape, and I've picked this mini Peekaboo as opposed to the small in the Celleria style to kind of be the version that would most likely compete with a Coco handle, I'm gonna say. Now, yeah, I have a Fendi bias, again, obviously, and here's some of the reasons why. I actually think that this, even though it has a similar shape and it doesn't have the flap over the top, it's still a much more modern style of top handle trapezoidal shape bag. It has a lot of texture. These bags are designed to wear and, you know, give you a little peekaboo. That triggers people. I'm going to keep doing it. You wouldn't do that with your Chanel Coco handle, would you? These are also super customizable in terms of not only the colors and the Fendi made to order process, which Chanel does not offer, but also the different straps that you can attach with these bags as well. I think the quilting on the Chanel bags makes them look dated, as opposed to the different textures that you can get the peekaboos in. And, you know, these peekaboos, obviously, as I said, they come in the Celleria leather. They come in the smooth, so this is the calf skin leather. They come in a Napa leather, which is like the beautiful lamb skin. You can get them in a gorgeous mink finish, like my Fendi First here. You can get them in ostrich, which my friend Beck has. I'll put a picture of her bag up here. Like, honestly, the options that you have are just next level. And so, yes, I have a Fendi bias, but I have my Fendi bias for the following reasons. Youthful, modern, customizable, inclusive, options, price, customer service, availability. I think we can all agree that they are really important things when it comes to, you know, feeling valued, feeling like luxury can be attainable and achievable and can also fit with our own personal style. And if that is a bias that I have to carry around with me, so be it. I'm happy to admit it, and I'm sure it's of no surprise or consequence to you. If you love those bags that I mentioned, continue loving them, because you surely have an equally compelling justification as what I do to explain my bias with Fendi, as you do for your bias with Hermes and Chanel. So I'm going to leave this video here and just say, I love the conversations we have in the comments, our different opinions. I love that you can laugh at me and mine, and I hope that you feel the same when I put out videos that maybe aren't, you know, as complimentary about the bags that you love as you would like them to be. I think the diversity of our opinions, our style and our taste, that's what makes this a really rich and inviting conversation, and I hope that you can always feel comfortable to have your say in the comments below. So if you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'd love you to stick around for the next video. I put out videos on Wednesdays and Sundays, so I hope to see you in my next one. Ciao.